From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Monday, August 1st, 2016. Silver is trading at $20.48 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,348 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $627. Antiwar.com reports in comments at the Aspen Security Forum, CIA Director John Brennan warned that after 5 years of bloody civil war, he is no longer confident that it's even possible for Syria to remain a whole country, saying it might not be possible to avoid a partition. This is not the first time U.S. officials have mentioned partition as a possibility for Syria, and indeed, Secretary of State John Kerry presented it back in February as Plan B if the ceasefire failed. The ceasefire is gone, but Brennan is the first official to bring it up since. Indeed, U.S. officials have long resisted the notion of even couching partition as a possibility, insisting they want Syria to remain united and with a powerful central government, albeit a different, more pro-U.S. ruling faction. U.S. officials have repeatedly spurned proposals that would involve keeping Syria nominally united in a more federalized system with a significant regional autonomy. Such proposals have been common among both the Kurdish YPG and the Russians as possible solutions to the war. It's unclear what an eventual partition would look like, but at present there are 3 significant territorial possessions outside of the central government control. This would be the Kurdish territory, mostly in the far northeast, territory controlled by the Islamic State across the east, and Al-Qaeda's territory around Idlib province. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports an Air France flight attendant strike at the height of tourist season is affecting thousands of passengers. The airline said the strike has also cost tens of millions of euros and 20% of flights are being grounded. About 1 in every 5 of the airline's flights, or about 900, have been canceled so far since the strike began on Wednesday. The company said last-minute cancellations or delays cannot be ruled out. Each flight must have at least 1 flight attendant for every 50 passengers, and the French airliner had to cancel a New Delhi flight on Friday due to lack of staff. The unions that represent about half of those striking said the walkout is the result of long talks that failed to reach breakthrough for new collective labor rules, pay, and promotion set to expire in October. The airline management wants to limit the contract extension to 17 months, while the unions want a 3 to 5 year contract. Air France was dealing with a pilot strike in June just as the Euro 2016 football championships got underway. Are you an advocate for free market money? Do you promote Bitcoin as an alternative in a fiat-centric world? Then you need Spend-A-Bit in your arsenal, the search engine for things you can buy with Bitcoin. Spend-A-Bit aggregates millions of products from thousands of Bitcoin-enabled merchants. Keep your money in the free economy. Visit spendabit.co today. Bitcoin merchants, ask about our merchant suite to reach even more customers. Spendabit.co. Reuters reports firefighters struggled on Sunday to slow a deadly wildfire that has raged for 10 days near California's Big Sur coast, destroying dozens of homes and forcing the evacuation of hundreds of residents and campers. The so-called Soberanus fire, which erupted on July 22nd just south of the Carmel by the Sea, grew by 3,000 acres overnight and scorched 3,800 acres of parched chaparral and timberland in and around the Los Pedros National Forest. Catherine Garver, a spokeswoman for CAL FIRE, said firefighters are meeting challenges due to topography, fuel load, and dry humidity. The fire is making runs into inaccessible areas. Officials ordered evacuations for the famous Tasahara Zen Mountain Center and Pfeiffer Big Sur State Park and other areas on Sunday afternoon. They had hoped that favorable weather conditions would allow progress to be made in containing the blaze, with strong winds that had been driving the fire for days starting to abate. Steep, rugged terrain combined with extremely hot, dry weather is still hampering the efforts of some of the 5,300 firefighters, 16 helicopters, and half a dozen air tankers, and more than 500 fire engines. The cause of the blaze, which officials do not expect to be fully contained until the end of August, is under investigation. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.